Hello and welcome to Cricket Happenings, dear friends and subscribers. On this particular Cricket Happening show, one definitely knew that West Indians were under the pump, but one never thought that the match would be over on the third day itself at Rajkot, and that's what precisely happened as India went on to have the highest innings victory in their history as they won against the West Indies by an innings and 272 runs, which was a massive margin. And also, Kuldip Yadav took a 5 wicket haul, and it was something where the West Indies were totally humiliated. One felt really sorry for them that they did not have the services of Jason Holder once again. He was not able to bowl. I mean, we know that he was not able to bowl in the Indian first innings, as you would remember. As far as his batting was concerned, I'm trying to see whether Jason Holder could not bat as well. So that was sort of a very sorry thing for West Indies, according to me. They lost him as an all-rounder, they lost him as a batsman, a bowler, and also as a captain and a fielder. So he's a complete package, as we all know. And definitely, one felt very sorry for the West Indies, but that's what happened. India have taken the lead in the two-test series, 1-0. We'll talk about that. And the third one-day international, which was again a formality for Zimbabwe, they had to salvage something, but they could not, as Zimbabwe lost the final one-day international, which led to South Africa clean sweeping Zimbabwe 3-0 in the ODI series. And the first test between Australia and Pakistan, the much-awaited one, that one is waiting for, is going to be played in Dubai tomorrow in the United Arab Emirates. And I'll be doing a brief preview of that match. But first, we are heading towards the Rajkot in the first test match between India and West Indies, where India had a crushing win over the West Indies. So let's have a look at what happened. So West Indies resuming their overnight score, the Roston Chase and Kimo Paul continued their very good exhibition of batting. They really stuck it out. They did it last evening as well, as we would know, and then they prolonged it. They did not give easy. They did not give their wicket easily, and they really went along very well, one thought. But then finally, the first wicket to go was Kimo Paul, and Kimo Paul played in some aggressive fashion. He had 7 fours and 2 sixes in a knock of 47 or 49 deliveries before he lost his wicket to a bouncer from Umesh Yadav, who bowled brilliantly, I thought. In fact, this was a bouncer which actually climbed there. It really climbed up, and Kimo Paul was on his pull. He was gone. He was caught by Pujara. So he was gone for 47 with 7 fours and 2 sixes. Roston Chase was the only West Indian player to go and get a half century in the first innings, as he was the highest scorer as well. But Ashwin clean bowled him for 53 with 8 boundaries. And this was a very vicious delivery from Ravichandran Ashwin. A dipping ball, it was he lured Chase into a very false shot there. He was looking to drive on the up, and between the massive bat and pad gap that was created, it was all over, and he was clean bowled. So Chase played well for 53. But after that, it was a total cleanup. Sherman Lewis was clean bowled by Ashwin from North. Shawan Gabriel tried to jump down the wicket to Ashwin and was a goner stumped by Pant. Bishu was not out on 17 with 3 boundaries, as the West Indian first innings ended at 181 all out. And the bowling figures: Ravichandran Ashwin 11 overs 2 minutes 37 runs and 4 wickets. 2 for 22 for Mohammad Shami. Umesh Yadav bowled very well, 1 for 20 of 11 overs and 20 runs, 3 maidens and 20 runs. Jadeja 7 overs 1 for 22. Kuldip Yadav 10 overs and 1 for 62. Now West Indies second innings, there was no doubt that Virat Kohli was going to tell West Indies to follow on. That's what precisely happened. But as I said, they definitely missed the services of Jason Holder, and one knows that Jason Holder is someone who can play very well in a crisis. And I thought he was sorely missed both in the batting and the bowling department, also as a captain of the West Indian team. As you know, Brathwaite was the one who was the acting captain. Now in the West Indies second innings, it was in the West Indies second innings. What one saw was that they did not do any better, I would say. But the only thing is they just did well by 15 runs. They were all out for 196. But Brathwaite was the captain was out very quickly. He was the first wicket to go when Ravichandran Ashwin picked up his wicket. There was no extra bounce on this ball from Ravichandran Ashwin, and Brathwaite pushed at it, and Prithvi Shaw took his first catch of his international career at forward short leg, and that was the end of Brathwaite. But Kieron Powell was the one who stuck to it, stuck to his guns there, and even though he was seeing this West Indian innings crumbling from time to time, he kept on going in his own way, and he also played some nice strokes as well in the process. Shai Hope was the next to go. He was LBW. Now Kuldip Yadav was the one who had done the most damage today, as Kuldip Yadav first picked up the wicket of Shai Hope by getting him LBW, pinned him in front of a delivery which really turned. It was not a good judgment on the part of Shai Hope. He went on the back foot. Probably should have been much forward to that delivery, as this was a reading of the wrong line by Shai Hope, and Shai Hope was gone. LBW bowled Kuldip Yadav for 17. So the score read 79 for 2. Solomon Hetmyer, who was run out in the first innings this time, definitely he definitely is a very promising player, and today he went for a very bad shot. In such a situation, it would have been better for him to just stay at the crease, and this was not good batting at all from Solomon Hetmyer. In fact, Kuldip actually lured him into that shot, and Hetmyer actually sliced the ball to third man. Rahul held the catch. Solomon Hetmyer gone. Caught Rahul ball Kuldip Yadav for 11 with 1-6. So that made it 97 for 3. Ambrose was stumped by punt of the bowling of Kuldip Yadav for naught. Now this was the magic ball from Kuldip Yadav. This was the googly, and Ambrose could not pick it up. And it was a good stumping on the part of Rishabh Pant behind the stumps. And definitely Ambrose was totally surprised as the ball bounced. And Ambrose was gone, stump ball Kuldip Yadav without troubling the scorers out for naught. So that made it 97 for 4. And then the next man to go was Roston Chase. After making 20 with 3 boundaries, Kuldip Yadav got a ball to him. He tossed it up for him, invited the drive from Chase. Chase went for it, and in the process chipped it straight at extra cover. Ravichandran Ashwin making no mistake. And this was also not good shot, because it was a half volley, but Roston Chase could not take full toll of it and fell a victim. 20 with 3 boundaries. Now the score at 138 for 5, but the man at the other end was Kieron Powell, who was bunting in the boundaries, and he was doing a good job for West Indies, staying there at the crease, and he was doing well. But then Kuldip Yadav, once again the man of the on the third day, picked up his 5th wicket, and this was a very good catch by this time Prithvi Shaw was at Silly Point, and this was a ball which was quicker through the air from Kuldip Yadav. The ball broke, and Powell went to actually have a stab at it, and in the process it was Shaw who actually grabbed a good catch, one thought, in front of his face, and that was the maiden 5-wicket haul for Kuldip Yadav in Test cricket. And let me tell you, Kuldip Yadav is only the 7th player in the history to have got 5-wicket hauls in all the 3 formats of the game, and that is a proud feeling too. After that, Shane Dowrich was there, and Shane Dowrich was a mere spectator, even though he was there till the end, not out on 16 with 1 boundary, but there was no support. Kimo Paul was a victim of the bowling of Jadeja for 15, 2 fours, 1 6. Bishu fell for 9 with 2 boundaries, stumped by punt of the bowling of Ashwin. Sherman Lewis LBW bowled Jadeja for 4. Shannon Gabriel was caught by the deep by Kuldip Yadav bowling Jadeja for 4. And the West Indian innings ending at 196 with Shane Dowditch remaining not out on 16. It was all over, and India had a crushing win and also the largest innings win in Indian history, and that was to crush the West Indies by an innings and 272 runs, and India taking a 1-0 lead in the two-test series. The bowling, Shami just bowled 3 overs, Ashwin 18 overs, 2 mains, 271. But at the pick of the bowlers was Kuldip Yadav, 14 overs, 2 mains, 57 runs and 5 wickets. He bamboozled the West Indies batsmen. 3 overs, none for 16 for Mahesh Yadav. Jadeja, 12.5 overs, 1 main, 35 runs and 3 wickets. And the man of the match going to Prithvi Shaw, making his maiden test ton on his debut. And so that is as far as the first test is concerned. So as I said, it's the 2-test series. The first test is already gone. And it was only the matter of probably one thought that the play might go into the 4th day, but it was not to be. On the 3rd day itself, India are wrapping up the West Indian innings on both the cases. So good job by India, but definitely I thought West Indies definitely missed 2 bowlers. One is Kemar Roche, who is in the West Indies right now, and also Jason Holder, who is a complete package, captain, batsman and bowler, and a wonderful all-rounder. But missing his services throughout the match was a very big blow for the West Indies, unfortunately. But not taking any credit away from the Indians, Indians definitely did a good job. To wipe out the West Indies in under 3 days was quite a good achievement. Now, the next thing we are going to look at is the 3rd One-Day International, which was played between Zimbabwe and South Africa. It was going to be played at Pearl for the first time. They got a good pitch to bat on, and Zimbabwe, batting first, actually put on 228 all out. They were in trouble right away. They lost Solomon Meyer, Imran Tahir, and in fact today it was Dale Steyn and Imran Tahir actually starting proceedings, and Solomon Meyer was the first victim. In fact, it was very well bowled by Imran Tahir. He tossed the ball up on the middle stump, and he actually wanted to, and the ball turned past the outside edge and went on to pick the off stump of Solomon Meyer. So that was well done. Solomon Meyer gone, bowled Imran Tahir for 7 of 18 deliveries. After that, Craig Irvine was an immediate victim of the bowling of Dale Steyn's tremendous pace, one could say, as this one was a cross-seam delivery. The ball went away, and Craig Irvine was all squared up and it was all over. The ball had taken the edge. Keeper Klassen had already taken the catch. Craig Irvine gone for naught. The score at 21 for 2. Now Masakadza, the captain, was doing it well. He was trying to stay at the crease as he was joined in by Brendan Taylor. But Hamilton Masakadza, after making 28, was caught by Klassen of the bowling Rabada, 28 of 39 deliveries, which included 3 boundaries. Now Klassen, there was a good catch taken by Klassen behind the wicket. Rabada dropped it short, and it was Masakadza going onto the back foot to defend the delivery, but the ball got big on him, hit his glove, and Klassen took a wonderful catch. And it was a good catch. He had to dive a bit forward, but he took a good catch. 44 for 3 at that stage, and that was in the 11th over. So the Zimbabweans definitely in a lot of trouble. But the rescue act was done by Brendan Taylor and Sean Williams. Brendan Taylor played some few beautiful strokes. Sean Williams also showed his rich repertoire of strokes today, as both started repairing the damage from 44 for 3 and pushed the score on to 117. And then we saw the wicket of Brendan Taylor being gone. In fact, it was Sean Williams who actually played in an aggressive manner. It was a stroke-filled innings, 69 of 79 balls, which included 10 boundaries. This was a ball which Sean Williams wanted to work out on the onside, but in the top half of the bat, and it was Rabada of his own bowling, of his own follow-through, sprinting in, stretching forward and taking a soft catch. And Williams was a wonderful innings, I thought. Brendan Taylor's contribution was 40, but he was stumped by Klassen of the bowling Imran Tahir. Now, This was a wonderful job by Imran Tahir. Brought the batsman forward, and the ball was well gathered by Klassen behind the stumps as he whipped off the bails, and Brendan Taylor gone. Caught stump Klassen, bowled Tahir 40 or 44, 6 fours. After that, there was not much of anything to do. Peter Moore was out to the bowling of Stein for 10 of 18 balls with 1 4. Chigumbra caught Klassen, bowled Feliquire for 9 of 26 balls, 1 4. And then it was only Trepano and Mawuta indulged in some good hitting there, where Trepano was stroking 29 of 37, 5 boundaries. Mawuta, the leggy, made 18 of 16, 2 fours. Jarvis not out for 8. Chatara not out, not. And the Zimbabwean innings wound up at 228. Now, if you look at the bowling figures from the South Africans, Stein 9.3 overs, 129 runs and 3 wickets. Imran Tahir 10 overs, 244. Rabada 10 overs, 132 runs and 3 wickets. Shamsi was really clobbered today. Shamsi was the costliest bowler in the South African camp today, as he was literally clobbered, especially with Sean Williams and Brendan Taylor really taking him by the scruff of the neck. 10 overs, which was thrashed for 72 runs, which was not good bowling at all. Philip Wire 6 overs, 234. Dumini 4 overs, 100 for 14. As far as South Africa were concerned, they didn't have much of an issue, but definitely I thought the Zimbabweans did well to defend 228, as South Africa won only by 4 wickets. Markram made 42 of 40, which included 7 boundaries. Hendricks played a good hand, 66 of 82 dealt with 6 4, 5 fours and 1 6. So basically, after hitting the debut 100, which he did previously, he finally got his 50 there. Duplessis, who was playing today, was out for 26. He was out to the bowling of the leg spinner Mawuta, 26 of 25, 2 fours. And then Dumini was cheaply dismissed for just 1 by the bowling of Trepano of 11 balls, but Klassen got his maiden 50 to make sure that South Africa will win this match, as he contributed 59 of 67 balls, which included 6 fours and 1 6. Zondo was the one who took them to victory, unbeaten 25 39, 1 4. Feliquire fell for naught to the bowling of Chatara. Stein was not out on 4. Stein was the one who did the honours for South Africa winning the series when he hit the winning stroke, which was a boundary. And that was the end of the South African win there, taking a 3-0, hitting Zimbabwe 3-0 in the ODI series and winning the ODI series. Jarvis none for 40. Chatara was a bit costly today, 7.5 overs, home in 1 for 58. Trepano 9 overs, 2 for 35 was the economical. Mawuta 10 overs on 44. Sean Williams 10 overs on 1 for 54. And the man of the match going to, I believe it should be Klassen. But nevertheless, now there's time is a big constraint here, and I have to dive into the first test brief preview between Australia and Pakistan, which is coming up in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. Now, this one thing that I could say here, as far as Australia are concerned, they are definitely under pressure because they don't have the services of David Warner and the other great player Stephen Smith, as we all know. So definitely it is going to be a real test for Australia, but Australia are going to see 3 debutants into the first test match. The first debutant will be Aaron Finch himself, who is going to be playing his first test of his international career. Travis Head is making his test debut, and Marnus Labuschagne has been still preferred to other Australian batsmen, and the reason being he has been scoring at a very consistent rate. Marnus Labuschagne, and he's the another one. So that we are going to see 3 players actually making their test debut for Australia. So that is as far as Australia are concerned. So Australia definitely, and Australia will, they know that they definitely have a big battle against the Pakistan spinners, as they would know, and they would never have good memories of what happened in United Arab Emirates when last time Australia and Pakistan clashed in United Arab Emirates, as we all know. Aaron Finch, as I said, he will make debut. Usman Khwaja has not had a good, whether Usman Khwaja can turn it around, because Usman Khwaja in Asia, he has not been doing well at all. So that is something of a big question mark, and Usman Khwaja would hope that he would hit some good form. The Marsh brothers are in good form. Travis Head making his debut. Marnus Labuschagne, it would be good to see Marnus Labuschagne get going there. Tim Payne will captain the side. Peter Siddle, Mitchell Stark, and they have 2 spinners in the ranks. One is offie Nathan Lyon, and the left-arm spinner John Holland is in good form. Both the spinners in the warm-up match did well, so they definitely can hope to bowl well. Pakistan, for Pakistan, I think they are strengthened by the coming of Mohammad Hafiz, so that's a good thing. Imam ul Haq would be the partner for Mohammad Hafiz. Azhar Ali, as you know, is the sort of the rock solid player for Pakistan at one drop. Babar Azam, who has not translated his very good form that he has shown, his prolific. The prolific scoring that he has done in ODIs to test matches. Would this be the test series for Babar Azam to do so? Asad Shafi is another very solid player at number 5. Sarfraz Ahmed himself, the captain and the wicketkeeper of the team. Haris Sohail. There will be a debut for an off spinner by the name Bilal Asif. Pakistan will definitely miss the services of the leggy young Shadab Khan, and that is a big blow for them. Yasir Shah is there. One knows that Yasir Shah is a master of leg spin, as we all know. He's a masterly leg spin bowler, and he has all the records for himself. Bilal Asif, the right arm offie, would be making his debut. Wahab Riaz or Mir Hamza. Mir Hamza is the left arm pace bowler. There's no probability it would be Mir Hamza making his test debut alongside Mohammad Abbas, the other pace bowler. Well, dear fans and subscribers, this match is going to be played in Dubai, and the news is that one understands from what is going on that the pitch might start turning spin from day one itself, and that is not good news for Australia. But nevertheless, I think we have a nice spin battle ensuing between both the teams in Dubai and the United Arab Emirates. Well, dear fans and subscribers, it's all over as far as today's cricket show goes. But tomorrow I'll be back with you to cover all these cricket events that will be going on. Unless till such time, I see you tomorrow. This is your host Ram signing off. Thank you.